بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف خلق الله أجمعين. Hi everybody and welcome to Mastermind Math channel. In this video I will try to explain a very easy and nice way that enables you to mention or write 28 relations between trigonometric ratios without even memorizing them at all. This is done by the incredible hexagon. In one word, this is magic. Okay, before we start, please take a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and draw this hexagon, this incredible hexagon. Draw it 2 or 3 times just to memorize it, please. Right here, tan. Okay, what's the opposite of tan? Cotan. Tan, sine, cosine, cotan, cosec, and sec. Try to draw it 2 or 3 times. Now, let us start. Okay, a very easy way to memorize the 28 relations between the trigonometric ratios, here is it. When we move in this way, that means we are moving clockwise. And when we move on this way, that means we are moving anti-clockwise. Okay, let us start with the clockwise. This way. Okay, take any trigonometric ratio. Take, for example, tan. Can you mention what's coming after tan? The first two, sine and cosine. So tan equals sine over cosine. Tan x equals sine over cosine equals sine x over cosine x. So I'm taking the first two after it. Okay, go to from tan, let us go to sine. Let us try the same thing. Sine, what's coming after it? Cosine and cotan. So sine equals cosine over cotan. Sine x equals sine equals cosine over cotan equals cosine x over cotan x. By this way, okay? So if you go to cosine, you will say cotan over cosec. So let us go to cosine. Cosine x, this one, equals cotan x over cosec x. So equals cotan x over cosec x. And so on. Cotan equals cosec over sec. Okay? Let us take another one. Cosec x. Cosec x equals this one. Can you mention the two coming after it? Sec and tan. So equals cosec equals sec over tan equals sec x over tan x, and so on. So I was trying to move clockwise. I can do the same thing anti-clockwise. Choose any trigonometric ratio you want. Okay, let us start, for example, from cosine. I'm trying to move anti-clockwise. So cosine x, this one, the first two after it is anti-clockwise, sine and tan. So equals sine x over tan x, and so on. Sine equals tan over sec. Sec equals cosec over cotan. Cosec equals cotan over cosine. Cosine equals sine over tan, and so on. So this is the first group of relations between trigonometric ratios. Another group of relations between the trigonometric ratio is this one. Take any trigonometric ratio, say sine. Say tan. Okay, what's coming to the left and right? Tan to the left is sine and to the right is sec. So tan equals sine by sec. Tan x, this one, equals sine and sec equals sine x, this one to the left. I'm talking about tan. sine by sec, sine x by sec x. Okay, let us say sine x. What's to the right and what is to the left? For sine, here is cosine, and to the left is tan. So sine equals cosine by tan, equals cosine x by tan x. Choose anyone. Let us choose, for example, sec here. Sec x. What's to the right? Cosec x. And to the left is tan. So cosec x by tan x or tan by cosec. It doesn't matter how you rearrange it, okay? Now this is the second group of relations between trigonometric ratios. Another group of relations between the trigonometric ratios is the inverse relation, like tan equals 1 over cotan. Tan x equals tan equals 1 over cotan. 1 over cotan x. And cot equals 1 over tan. So you can write it like this even. Or cot x, cotan x equals cotan equals 1 over tan. Even sine equals 1 over cosec, and cosec equals 1 over sine, cosine equals 1 over sec, and sec equals 1 over cosine. Okay? And the last group of relations between the trigonometric ratios, please look at these three triangles. What is special about them? The three triangles here in red, you can see the base is up. The base is up. Let us take this triangle, the first triangle here. How can you find identities from it? Okay, let me tell you how to do it. Can you see these corners, these three corners? The corners on the base is tan and 1. You have to find the square of this one and the square of this one. Add them equals the square of this one. So tan square plus 1 square equals sec square. I'll write it like this, tan square, or if you want to write from here, no problem. Let's start from here. 1 square, what is it? 1 plus tan square x equals, what's remaining, equals sec square x. And if you go to this one, you will say sine square x plus cosine square x equals 1 square, which is 1. So you can find even number 3, which is sine square x plus cosine square x, sine square plus cosine square, or cosine square plus sine square equals 1 square, which is 1. And number 3 is this one. 1 square plus cotan square equals cosec square. So 1 square, which is 1. 1 square is 1, plus cotan square or cot square x equals 1 square plus cotan square equals cosec square x. So now we are able to write 28 relations between trigonometric ratios without even memorizing them. Just we need the incredible hexagon. You can move clockwise, you can move anti-clockwise. Tan equals sine over cosine, sine equals cosine over cot, cot equals cosec over sec, sec equals tan over sine. If you want to move anti-clockwise, tan equals sec over cosec, and sec equals cosec over cotan, cosec equals cotan over cosine, cosine equals sine over tan. Or using the diagonals, these three diagonals, sec equals 1 over cosine, and cosine equals 1 over sec. Cosec equals 1 over sine, and sine equals 1 over cosec. And tan equals 1 over cotan, and cotan equals 1 over tan. And using the red triangles, the sine square plus cosine square equals 1, 1 plus tan square equals sec square, 1 plus cotan square equals cosec square. And multiplying tan, what's to the left and right? Sine and sec. So tan equals sine by sec. You can say sine equals cosine by tan. You can say that cosine equals sine by cotan. You can say that cotan equals a cosine by cosec, and so on. This is all about the incredible hexagon. I wish you understand this. Thank you.